Assalamu alaikum. I am Dr. Tony Chakma, intern doctor, Medicine Unit Blue, M. Abdur Rahim Medical College and Hospital, Dinajpur. Today I will be presenting on a topic, approach to unconsciousness. Consciousness, a state of normal cerebral activity in which patient is aware of both self and environment and able to respond to internal changes and changes in the external environment. Unconsciousness, a state of depressed cerebral function which causes impairment in the response or no response to sensory stimuli, abnormal loss of awareness of both self and surrounding. Changes in the levels of consciousness. Sleep. It is a state of altered consciousness from which patient can be aroused both spontaneously and in response to external stimuli to a full state of wakefulness. Altered consciousness. Confusional state in which patient's alertness is clouded, associated with agitation, fright, and confusion. Drowsiness denotes an inability to sustain a wakeful state without any external stimuli. Stupor, a state of disturbed consciousness from which only vigorous external stimuli can produce arousal. Arousal from stupor is invariably brief and incomplete. Coma, a state in which patient is unrousable and unresponsive to external stimuli. It is a medical emergency, the cause of which may not be immediately obvious. However, a diagnosis can be achieved at the bedside, provided attention is given to both history and examination. There are some causes of unconsciousness. Among them, metabolic disturbance, drug overdose, complications of the diabetes mellitus, hypoglycemia, diabetic ketoacidosis, hyperosmolar coma, hyponatremia, uremia, hepatic failure, inborn errors of the metabolism causing hyperammonemia on refeeding following profound anorexia, respiratory failure, hypothermia, hypothyroidism, trauma, cerebral contusion, extradural hematoma, subdural hematoma, diffuse axonal injury, vascular disease, subarachnoid hemorrhage, brainstem infarction, intracerebral hemorrhage, cerebral venous sinus thrombosis, infections, meningitis, encephalitis, cerebral abscess, systemic sepsis, others. Epilepsy, brain tumor, functional. Aims when we receive an unconscious patient. Assessment of the severity of the coma. Assessment of the patient, find out the cause, diagnostic evaluation, commence immediate treatment. Assessment of the stage of unconsciousness. Through Glasgow Coma Scale, we can initially assess the stage of unconsciousness. In Glasgow Coma Scale, there are 3 parameters. Among them, first one is eye opening. If eye opens spontaneously, the score is 4. If to the speech, the score is 3. If to the pain, the score is 2, and if it's none, the score is 1. In verbal response, if patient's words are oriented, the score is 5. If patient is confused, the score is 4. If the words are inappropriate, the score is 3. If the words are incomprehensible, the score is 2. And if it's none, the score is 1. In motor response, if patient obeys command, the score is 6. If it localizes to pain, the score is 5. If it's normal withdrawal, the score is 4. If it's abnormal flexion, the score is 3. If it's abnormal extension, the score is 2. And if it's none, the score is 1. Minimum sum is 3. Maximum sum is 15. Individual element as well as the sum of the scores are important. The score expressed in the form GCS 9 E2 V4 M3 at 7:35 am. Generally, comas are classified as severe, then the GCS scale is less than 8. If it's moderate, the score is up to 12. If it's minor, the score is more than 13. Assessment of the patient. A rapid initial assessment of the unconscious patient should be performed to correct immediate threat to life. At first, airway breathing circulation should be rapidly assessed. Critical interventions made as required. Every patient should given high flow oxygen, intravenous cannula test. Measurement of the blood sugar by glucometer, pulse oximetry should apply. Patient who is fitting should be treated immediately before a diagnosis of cause is made. At this stage, consciousness is graded as AVPU scale. History from witnesses. Whether the coma was sudden, rapid or gradual in onset. Events preceding the onset, patient's headache, seizure, trauma. Past history. Hypertension, diabetes mellitus, chronic kidney disease, chronic liver disease, cardiovascular disease, epilepsy. Medication history. Steroid, anti-diabetic, antihypertensive. Patients with drug-induced coma may be known by family and neighbors. There may be depression, previous history of the self-harm, alcohol intake. Others, history of the concussion, lucid intervals in case of trauma, fractures in the cervical spine. If there is fracture splinting of the neck, an X-ray is mandatory. A search of the patient's clothing may reveal prescription, syringe, medication, wristband for diabetic or epileptic patient. General examination. Appearance. Head and neck. Evidence of injury. There may be battle sign, neck stiffness, hemorrhage and leakage of the cerebrospinal fluid from ear or nose. Papilloedema in the fundus. All fractures caused by severe blow when headgear is not worn. Sign symptom, there may be bleeding or cerebrospinal fluid draining from ear or nose, battle sign and Racken sign. This is the picture of the basilar skull fracture. Anemia. Hematological malignancy, jaundice, hepatic encephalopathy, cyanosis, carbon monoxide poisoning, pulse may be bradycardia, tachycardia, irregular. Blood pressure may be hypotension or hypertension. If we get pulse bradycardia, then it may be due to decreased intracranial pressure, arrhythmia, beta blocker. If the pulse is tachycardia, it may be due to hypovolemia, metabolic causes, toxic, and shock. If it's irregular pulse, it may be due to stroke. If the blood pressure is raised, it may be due to raised intracranial pressure, amphetamine, stroke. Hypertensive encephalopathy. If the pressure is low, then it may be due to shock, diabetic ketoacidosis, severe brain damage. Temperature. Hypothermia or hyperthermia. Hypothermia, hypothyroidism, hypopituitarism. Hypothermia may be due to meningitis, encephalitis, subarachnoid hemorrhage, heat stroke, malignant hyperpyrexia, thyrotoxicosis, odor of breath. If it's acetone breath, it's due to diabetic ketoacidosis, fetor hepaticus due to hepatic coma. If it's uniference, it may be due to uremic coma. Respiration, Kussmaul breathing, respiration, diabetic ketoacidosis, renal failure, hepatic failure. Cheyne-Stokes respiration due to respiratory failure, cardiac failure, lesion in the midbrain. Central pontine hyperventilation, reticular pontine infarction, rostral brainstem damage, intra or extracerebral space occupying lesion causing transtentorial herniation. This is the picture of the normal breathing and Kussmaul breathing. Coma with hyperventilation, metabolic acidosis, diabetic ketoacidosis, brainstem lesion, rising intracranial pressure, bacterial meningitis, renal failure, liver failure, pneumonia complicating brain lesion. Posture, flexion of the upper limb with extension of the lower limb. It's called decorticate response, and the extension of the upper and lower limb is called decerebrate response, indicate a more severe disturbances and prognosis. This is the picture of decorticate and decerebrate rigidity. In decorticate rigidity, the hand is flexed, elbow joint is flexed, arm is adducted, thigh is internally rotated, and the plantar flexed. In decerebrate rigidity, the hand is flexed, forearm is pronated, elbow joint is extended, arm is adducted, plantar flexed. In bruise due to trauma, rashes due to meningitis, encephalitis, moist due to hypoglycemia, needle mark may be due to drug addiction. Pupil, pinpoint reactive to light, metabolic coma, pinpoint non-reactive to light, pontine and thalamic hemorrhage, dilated cerebral anoxia, mid position non-reactive due to brainstem death, Gauss head movement, caloric reflex. Caloric reflex test. It is the test of the vestibulo-ocular reflex that involves irrigating cold or warm water or air into the external auditory canal. The eye should move conjugately in the direction opposite to the cold irrigation and same side to warm irrigation. An abnormal response implies brainstem diseases. Motor responses. Muscle tone, muscle power, rigidity. Reflexes. Knee jerk, ankle jerk, plantar response. Signs of meningeal irritation. Neck stiffness, Karnick sign, Brudzinski sign. This is the pictures of the Karnik sign and Brudzinski sign. First one is the Karnik sign. Second one is the Brudzinski sign. Causes of coma with neck stiffness: meningitis, encephalitis, subarachnoid hemorrhage, cerebral malaria, intracerebral hemorrhage. Difference between the extracranial and intracranial cause of coma. In intracranial causes, the focal neurological deficit is present, convulsion is focal, pupil asymmetrical, fundoscopy shows papilloedema, myoclonus absent, plantar response unilateral extensor, neuroimaging abnormal, electroencephalogram may be normal. Extracranial coma. Focal neurological deficit is absent, convulsion is generalized, pupil is symmetrical, fundoscopy findings shows nothing, myoclonus present, plantar response is bilaterally extensor, neuroimaging normal, electroencephalogram is abnormal. Investigations. Bedside. We can do electrocardiogram, rapid blood sugar, glucometer, pulse oximetry. Others are complete blood count, serum electrolyte, serum creatinine, blood urea, coagulation, urine routine microscopic examination, urine for ketone body, liver function test, arterial blood gas test X-ray, CT scan. In second line investigations, we can do blood culture, lumbar puncture for cerebrospinal fluid study, serum calcium, serum magnesium, MRI, electroencephalogram. Management. General management. Care of airway, oxygen inhalation and nebulization, maintenance of circulation, maintenance of nutrition, care of bowel and bladder, care of eye, care of skin, change of posture to hourly. Specific management according to cause. Thank you, sir.